Switzerland.
Now stops have been made. United States coming out now. I think Great Britain made a very good stop. I saw them head out of the pits before the other cars that they came in with, so it was a great stop for Great Britain, and then we'll have to catch up with where everybody else is. Now these two leaders not making their pit stop yet. It's Switzerland versus France, Neil Yarni versus Nicolas Lapierre. Brazil still running in third position.
One of the cars that was very quick throughout practice was the Swiss car. But France also, look, staying much lower on the banking, trying to pick up now the slipstream. He's got an opportunity. He's in that hole behind the Swiss car. He's pulling out, getting it alongside before it breaks. Nelly has got the Bennett. No, it's a clean pass.
France take the lead in the feature race here at the Euro Speedway. Nicolas Lapierre's got the move done on Neil Yarni, and France are back ahead.
And that all began because there was a very good clean exit out of turn 13. Got the momentum, the drive off the corner, and was able to use the slipstream, which is what we're hoping to see a lot more of, because behind the rear wing of one of these cars is a big void, clear air. If you can get under that car, you'll pick up speed and momentum. That is the perfect pass, gets alongside before the braking zone, takes control of the corner and takes the lead of the race.
Perfect pass there by Nicolas Lapierre, and France are ahead. I think he probably used the power boost. It's being shown as being used it twice already in this race. They have 8 opportunities to use it, and he now heads with a little bit of an advantage over Switzerland. Brazil in third, Germany running in 4th place. Then there's a little gap back, the Czech Republic up to 5th because of so many pit stops being made. But what happened to Malaysia? Malaysia's dropped to 6th place now, John, after that tremendous start. Alex Young has lost quite a few places.
Well, I think he also lost momentum, because that pass that was made on him by Nicolas Lapierre, of course, would have put him slightly offline into this corner, turn 10. So the cars that are behind would have had momentum, and they would have been in position. There you see, that's a big lock-up, and that's coming into turn 6, and onto the grass goes Malaysia, and there's where all those car passes. You see Germany coming through the background. Brazil gets past, Germany gets past, and now New Zealand.
Oh, what a shame for Alex Young. He drove so well on into that first corner, but then he's just braked a little bit too late. Got a bit too carried away, and that's dropped him down into 6th position, and now he's got New Zealand bearing down on him.
And Timo Scheider, Team Germany, in 4th place, and Johnny Reid decides he's going to have a look at can he get past Team Malaysia. Alex Young recovering from that little error down at turn 6, under threat from New Zealand into turn 1.
Looking from the Malaysian car back at Johnny Reid for New Zealand, and that's how close they're running as they come through the tight section that leads onto the backstretch. And I gather that the Czech car is going to have a drive-through penalty. The Czech Republic team, I gather, are going to be having to drive through the pits. It's a penalty for them, and that's a great shame, because Thomas Enger has just got up to 5th position. Well, watching back on board here with the Malaysian car, and still Alex Young under tremendous pressure from New Zealand.
Yes, it's coming up into turn 9, a place that I don't think anybody's going to try and pass. It's a quick entry to the corner. It's a quick corner at the exit. Again, it's a matter of just positioning yourself as you come through the corner to try and maximise speed off it to run down into turn 10, which is turning out to be one of the more favoured spots on the track to make your pass.
Further back, you can see there's Austria now also coming through the pits. It looks like it's is this a drive-through, or is this a problem for Team USA? The pit crew are waiting for him. Let's just see what happens.
They're going to do a tyre change.
Well, they're having a good... Yeah, they are going for a tyre change on the rear. This is interesting. I wonder what's going on. Maybe there's been some contact on that last lap, because it's almost a sort of precautionary look around the car.
Yes, they're checking around the left rear of the car. There may have been contact. They jacked the car up. Engineers had a look at that rear wheel to give it a shake, make sure there's nothing, and he's out of the car, and it's over. Scott Speed's weekend here in Lausitzring has turned out to be as disappointing as we had 2 weekends ago at Brands Hatch. But the key for Team USA is they found the speed, and Scott Speed certainly was one of the quickest cars on circuit. Sadly, 2 races, 2 big disappointments.
Always going to be tough coming from the back, isn't it? But look, we're on board again with Malaysia as New Zealand, the all-black car, fills the mirrors and fills our camera heading up towards turn 6. Tell you that Great Britain's currently running in 17th place, Netherlands in 18th, Ireland in 19th position. Those guys have made their pit stops already, remember, and we're waiting for all of the lead cars to make their pit stops. They can do it at any time throughout the feature race, and likely they'll wait and see if there's a safety car at some stage.
Alex Young locked up as he came off the back straight, allows Johnny Reid once again to get close to the rear wing. Now he's positioned reasonably closely that if he can get off turn 9, then he will have a good look at a run down into this turn 10.
Jump start was the penalty for the Czech Republic. That's why he's been given a drive-through penalty. So now we know it was a standing start, but I'm afraid that Thomas Enger got a bit carried away with it.
Maybe thought he wouldn't be seen, but nevertheless, penalties are there, and it's all electronically recorded. This is the battle that's going on between Brazil, Germany, Czech Republic, and of course at the tail end of that is Malaysia, with New Zealand all over the rear of the Malaysia car.
I think we're going to be seeing some more drive-through penalties as well. There's news from the pits. One or two teams had too many people around the car or working on the car, and that also gives you a drive-through penalty mistake from Brazil, a mistake from Nelson Piquet, and that's allowed Germany to close right up.
Timo Scheider saw that mistake. He unfortunately is a part of the track where you can't really get very much done. If you try to pass here, the track is pretty much one car only. So the opportunity that arose effectively now has gone.
So Scheider now with a slipstream. I wonder if he's going to use the power boost here to give him a chance. He's not quite there as they come up the backstretch and into this tight sequence. All third gear through here. Not a lot of opportunity. And then they're going into this long blind apex, blind exit corner as well before they head on to quite a long straight and then into a fast sweeping right-hander. We haven't really seen any overtaking take place here. It's just a bit too fast on entry.
Yeah, there's nothing going to happen into turn 9. And Piquet Jr. now and Brazil seemingly have recovered from that lock-up into turn 1, and the pressure that was being exerted by Team Germany and Timo Scheider, it's also vanished. So he's going to have to wait either for another mistake or just simply get a good run. And but Piquet is not going to be easy to pass. He's not going to give up his third place just because the home boy is giving him a bit of pressure.
Right, so as they watch the top cars at the moment, it's still France from Switzerland. Now, pit stop being made as well. There's China doing their drive-through penalty. That was for a pit lane infringement, and they have therefore had to complete a drive-through. But I think that we saw coming into the pits Nelson Piquet Jr. for Brazil, and he will be, coming in. This is going to be a crucial stop for Brazil. They lead the points, remember. They've been so consistent. Now the team has to go to work, changing all 4 wheels.
And remember, they had a problem with a pit change when they at Brands Hatch. They had one of the rear wheels did not come off the drive pegs, and look, well, the left one comes off cleanly. Can't quite see the right one. It is off. So fresh set of wheels and tyres go on.
Oh, they've got a problem with this left front, John. He's definitely got a problem. I'm not quite sure what they're going to do here. Can they get it sorted out in time? I don't think they've got it off yet.
No, they haven't. There it is now.
Oh.
And this is just this ponderous. The wheel just rolls around. Get it back on again. Reverse this. There we are.
What a disastrous stop for Brazil. And Brazil are in danger of losing any advantage here because Nelson Piquet Jr. had a very, very slow stop. And that is bad news. Out onto the circuit he comes once again.
So it'll take a lap before we can find out just how many places Piquet Jr. and Brazil have lost. He comes out just behind Team Ireland, so that's a battle will rage for position. Ireland currently all the way down in 18th, so he must be in 19th position.
I do wonder whether they were allowed to get another guy to help change that wheel. I think it's meant to be one guy per wheel, but I'm not 100% sure about that. We will later find out, I'm sure. Watching Germany there, now up into 3rd place. Brazil, of course, having made their pit stop, so it's France leading, Switzerland 2nd, Germany in 3rd place. The Czech Republic now, having done a drive-through penalty, have also dropped down. So all this brings New Zealand back up into 4th position because they haven't made their pit stop as yet. So New Zealand up to 4th, and Malaysia have been brought back up into 5th position. So it's all change on this last lap as a result of pit stops being made and drive-through penalties also taking place. Indonesia actually has come up to 6th position too.
Well, the top 3 are still France, Switzerland and Germany, and they're just moving away serenely from the rest of the field. A total of 11 seconds between 1st and 4th place. There's the pass, Portugal and Mexico, and it's getting very close as they come through those. That's onto turn 5 onto the back straight. But no problems whatsoever.
Into the pits for the pit stop. It is South Africa. Thomas Schechter, experienced as he is, shouldn't have any problem bringing it to the right spot. The Lollipop Man is the only mechanic allowed in the pit lane before the car stops. Once it's stopped, then the rest of the mechanics are allowed to sprint forth, if you like, come out and attend to the wheel change. Get it changed as quickly as possible. But it makes a big difference just having one person on each corner. It is a lot of work. They're big, heavy wheels to move as well.
Well, looking at Team China, they've had their drive-through penalty. As we go back to race leader, Team France, Nicolas Lapierre, lapping very comfortably, pulling out a 3.2 advantage over